I'm a U.S. citizen. This is my passport. I'm Dr. Elena Morales. Look at it. Please, just look.
Ma'am, step back. You need to comply NOO.
Heavy boots on the porch. No doorbell. Just pounding at 6:37 a.m. Fists hammering wood. Voices shouting through the door. Federal agents! Open now! Dr. Elena Morales was pouring orange juice for her children when her world shattered. 8-year-old Sophia eating cereal. 11-year-old Marcus doing homework. Normal Tuesday morning. Her husband Miguel looked through the peephole. Tactical vests. Ice printed on chests. What happened next would be captured entirely on body camera. Every illegal command. Every ignored document. Every terrified scream. That footage would cost agents their careers, cost the government $4.2 million, and expose years of negligence. Before we continue, where are you watching from? Hit subscribe. These stories need to be seen. Dr. Elena Morales, 42, ran a successful pediatric clinic. She'd immigrated 15 years earlier through legal channels, student visa, work visa, green card. Finally, 6 years ago, full U.S. citizenship. She had the passport, naturalization certificate, voter registration. She paid taxes, served on the school board, volunteered at the health center. American in every legal sense. The door burst open, wood splintering. ICE agent Robert Fletcher led 3 agents in tactical gear, all armed, raiding a suburban home where children were eating breakfast. Body cam footage shows everything. Fletcher's camera recorded from approach to arrest. Elena Morales? Loud, aggressive. No warrant shown. Dr. Morales stood, confused, terrified. Yes, but you're being detained by ICE. Hands behind your back. Miguel stepped between them. Wait, my wife is a U.S. citizen. Born in Mexico, but citizen for 6 years. Fletcher didn't look. Sir, step back or you'll be arrested. I have documents. Her passport, naturalization certificate. Step back now. Dr. Morales tried staying calm. Her children watched. Sophia crying. Marcus frozen in shock. Officer, there's been a misunderstanding. I'm a U.S. citizen. I have documentation here. Fletcher grabbed her wrist, spun her around, pushed her face first against the kitchen wall. Body cam captured Sophia's scream. Marcus jumping up. Miguel being shoved back by another agent. Mom, Sophia sobbed. What are they doing? I'm okay, baby. Dr. Morales' voice shaking. It's just a mistake. They'll figure it out. But it wasn't a mistake. It was negligence that would shock everyone later. The warrant had the right name, Elena Morales, but for a completely different Elena Morales. A 28-year-old woman with deportation order, last seen 150 miles away. Different age, different address, different physical description, different everything except the name. Fletcher hadn't checked any of it before kicking down the door. Dr. Morales was handcuffed while children screamed, and Miguel frantically showed documents agents refused to examine. This is her passport. Miguel held up the blue U.S. passport showing citizenship. United States of America. Naturalized 6 years ago. Certificate right here. Fletcher glanced maybe 2 seconds. Could be fraudulent. We see fake documents constantly. The warrant described someone 5'3", 120 pounds, tattoo on right shoulder. Dr. Morales was 5'7", 145 pounds, no tattoos. Warrant photos showed someone completely different. Fletcher never looked at warrant photos side by side with Dr. Morales. Never verified address. Never ran fingerprints before arresting. Did none of the basic checks policy required. We're taking her for processing. If she's really a citizen, it'll get sorted. She has patients. She's a doctor. She has kids. This is insane. Last warning. Step back. Dr. Morales looked at her children. Sophia crying against the wall. Marcus comforting his sister, though terrified himself. Miguel, call my lawyer. Cancel appointments. Take care of the kids. I'll be home soon. But as Fletcher walked her out in handcuffs, Sophia screamed, "Mommy," in a voice that would haunt nightmares for months. That scream, captured on body cam, would later be played in federal court. Jurors cried hearing it. The ride took 30 minutes. Dr. Morales in handcuffs, still in yoga pants and t-shirt. No jacket, just kitchen slippers. She tried reasoning. "Check my fingerprints. I'm in every federal database, medical license, citizenship, TSA pre-check." No response. "I have 8 children scheduled. Can someone call my clinic?" No response. One agent finally spoke. "If you're really a citizen, you'll be home this afternoon." A lie. She wouldn't be home for 14 hours. The detention facility was dehumanizing. Intake took 2 hours. Fingerprints, photos, forms, all in pajamas and slippers. "I'm requesting a lawyer. You'll get your phone call when processing completes." Processing was deliberately slow. Fingerprints taken 3 times scanner wasn't working. Same questions repeatedly. She was placed in a holding cell with 6 women, all waiting. Phone call finally came at 11:30 a.m., 5 hours after arrest. She called lawyer Patricia Chen. Chen listened, taking notes. "Did they show a warrant before entering?" "No," they pounded, then broke down the door. "Read your rights?" "No." "Examine your passport?" "My husband tried. One agent looked 2 seconds, said they could be fake." "Elena, this is massive violation of your rights. I'm getting you out, but we're filing a federal lawsuit." Chen arrived at 1 p.m. with documentation, passport, naturalization certificate, medical license, social security card, voter registration, tax returns. Facility supervisor Thomas Reynolds reviewed documents, expression showing he knew this was disaster but wasn't ready to admit it. "These need verification. They're from U.S., State Department, and Homeland Security," Chen said. "Already verified. You arrested a U.S. citizen in her home, in front of children, without checking facts. Release her immediately. Verification process takes time." "How much?" "As long as necessary." Chen pulled out her phone. "I'm calling a federal judge to file emergency habeas petition. You're illegally detaining a citizen. Every minute is another civil rights violation." Reynolds knew they were in trouble. "Let me make calls." Those calls took 3 more hours. Dr. Morales was released at 4:15 p.m., nearly 10 hours after arrest. No apology, no explanation, just belongings in a plastic bag. "Do you think this could happen to someone you know?" Type your thoughts below. Chen drove her home. When Dr. Morales walked through the broken door, now patched with plywood, children ran to her. Sophia wrapped around her waist, wouldn't let go. Marcus tried being brave, but tears showed. "I'm home. I'm okay. Everything's okay." But nothing was okay. Miguel had documented everything. Photos of broken door, agents' vehicles, business cards, names and badge numbers. Called clinic to cancel appointments. That evening, after kids were in bed, Dr. Morales, Miguel, and Chen made a decision. They'd file federal lawsuit, not just for money to ensure this never happened again. Force accountability. Lawsuit filed within 2 weeks. Chen assembled a legal team, constitutional law experts, civil rights attorneys, investigators specializing in federal law enforcement misconduct. The complaint was devastating. Detailed Fletcher's failure to verify basic information before home invasion, included body cam, showing children screaming, documented 14-hour detention despite proof of citizenship, cited Supreme Court precedents on Fourth Amendment violations, due process, unlawful seizure, demanded $4.2 million plus termination of all agents involved. Government's initial response: Fletcher followed protocol. Arrest was legitimate. If error occurred, honest mistake made in good faith. This defense lasted 2 weeks until media got the body cam footage. Video went viral within hours. Millions of views, national coverage, immigration rights organizations issuing statements, medical associations expressing outrage. Image of female doctor in pajamas handcuffed while young daughter sobbed became symbol of everything wrong with aggressive enforcement. Breaking point. Reporters discovered Fletcher's 3 previous incidents where citizens or legal residents had been detained, complaints filed and dismissed each time. Fletcher counseled and retrained, but no meaningful consequences. Pattern clear. Fletcher was careless with rights, and supervisors had enabled it. ICE's nightmare intensified when journalists obtained internal emails showing supervisors had been warned about Fletcher prioritizing quotas over accuracy. One email noted he had highest apprehension rates, but also concerning number of complaints regarding verification procedures. Translation: good at arrests, not careful about arresting right people. Management knew and did nothing. Settlement offers started quickly. First $800,000, no admission of wrongdoing, confidentiality clause. Chen rejected immediately. This isn't about money. It's about ensuring no family watches their mother dragged away because an agent couldn't check basic facts. Offers increased. $1.5 million, $2.2 million. Same conditions each time. No fault admission, confidentiality, no policy changes. Each time, Dr. Morales refused. Case went to trial 18 months after arrest. Federal courtroom packed. Dr. Morales in professional clothes. Fletcher looking like his career was over. Trial lasted 6 days. Government argued Fletcher followed reasonable procedures, emphasized warrant, name, match, legitimate purpose. Then Chen played body cam footage. All of it. Door kicked in, Sophia's screams, Marcus's terror, Miguel showing documents while agents ignored him. Doctor. Morales handcuffed asking about children. Courtroom silent except video. Several jurors cried. Experts testified about proper protocols. How competent agents verify physical descriptions before forced entry. How fingerprints should be checked immediately. How passport and naturalization certificate should have ended everything within minutes. Most damaging. Fletcher's supervisors testified under oath, admitted he'd been flagged before, admitted warning emails, admitted concerns raised and not addressed. Pattern of negligence, undeniable. Dr. Morales testified 7 hours over 2 days, described the arrest in detail. Daughter's nightmares for months, terrified of knocking, wouldn't sleep without both parents. Son's anxiety, outgoing 11-year-old, became withdrawn and fearful. Her own trauma, flashbacks, hypervigilance, heart racing at government vehicles. Started therapy 3 times weekly. Diagnosed with PTSD. Took 2-month leave because she couldn't focus on patients. I came legally. Studied hard. Became a doctor to help children. Became a citizen because I love this country. Then agents of my own government broke down my door, terrorized my children, treated me like a criminal because they couldn't check basic facts. Defense tried painting her as seeking payday for unfortunate mistake. Didn't work. Jury deliberated 8 hours. Verdict unanimous. Found Fletcher violated Fourth Amendment rights through unreasonable search and seizure. Detention was unlawful. Proper procedures not followed. Gross negligence. Damages: $4.2 million. $1.2 million compensatory for emotional distress, trauma, lost income. Constitutional violations. $3 million punitive to punish negligence and deter future conduct. Courtroom erupted. Dr. Morales sat quietly, holding lawyer's hand. Didn't celebrate, just nodded slowly. Truth mattered. Evidence mattered. Accountability possible if you fought hard enough. Fletcher was terminated within days. Career in federal law enforcement over. Appeal claiming scapegoating was denied. Supervisor Reynolds demoted, reassigned to desk job. But consequences went beyond individual punishment. Case forced ICE to overhaul warrant execution procedures. New requirements: visual verification of physical descriptions before forced entry, immediate fingerprint checks, supervisor approval for citizenship disputes, mandatory review of all documentation provided. Body cameras became mandatory for all operations, severe penalties for officers who forgot activation. Independent oversight board established to review complaints. Were reforms enough to solve systemic problems? No, but they created accountability mechanisms that hadn't existed, forced agents to think twice before kicking down doors. The $4.2 million changed Dr. Morales' life differently than expected. She didn't buy a bigger house or nicer car. Instead, established legal defense fund for immigrants, documented and undocumented, caught in enforcement actions who couldn't afford representation, partnered with civil rights organizations to create rapid response network for families experiencing ICE raids. Lawyers on call 24/7, ready to file emergency petitions. What happened to me was traumatic, but I had advantages most don't. I spoke English fluently, had documentation available, could afford a lawyer, was a doctor with community connections. Still took 14 hours in legal team to get released. Think about people without those advantages. Children slowly recovered. Sophia's nightmares becoming less frequent. Marcus opening up again. Family therapy helped. Time helped. Knowing justice was served helped people who traumatized them faced consequences. Fletcher struggled after firing. No law enforcement agency would hire someone terminated for civil rights violations. Eventually found private security work at fraction of former salary. Reputation destroyed. Body cam footage of him ignoring U.S. passport and arresting doctor in front of screaming children, now used in training as example of how not to conduct operations. Chen keeps taking impossible cases. The Morales case made her national figure, using that platform for bigger fights. Currently suing 3 agencies for patterns of enforcement negligence. The Morales case proved accountability is possible even where government agents typically enjoy broad discretion. It sent a message. Being Latino with common name doesn't make you fair game for careless law enforcement. Being an immigrant, even former immigrant, who's now citizen, doesn't mean your rights matter less. Breaking down someone's door in front of children requires more due diligence than checking if a name matches. 2 years after verdict, Dr. Morales returned to practice full-time. Clinics survived disruption. New patients came, people who knew her story. Wanted children treated by a doctor who understood vulnerability. Being targeted, needing someone who'd fight. Broken door replaced. Better locks installed. Security cameras added. Small changes helping family feel safer, though they knew safety was partly illusion. Sophia, now 10, started speaking up at school about immigration issues. 5th grade civil rights unit, she talked about what happened. Some parents complained, too political for elementary school. Others thanked teacher for letting children discuss real experiences. Marcus, 13, wrote essay about the experience. Watching mother handcuffed, feeling helpless. Learning even good people following rules can be treated unfairly. Learning about mother's courage, fighting back. Essay won regional competition, published in local newspaper. What happened to the other Elena Morales the one warrant was actually for? Eventually located and deported. She'd violated immigration law, deportation legitimate, but found through proper investigation, not by terrorizing innocent family. ICE field office where Fletcher worked underwent major restructuring. Supervisors retired or reassigned. Approach to warrant execution changed dramatically. Complaints dropped. Wrongful detentions decreased. Not because enforcement stopped, enforcement became more careful. Here's lasting truth. Body camera approved. Fletcher saw Latino surname on warrant and Latino family in home. Assumed he had right person. Didn't check physical description carefully. Didn't verify address properly. didn't take documents seriously, made assumptions based on ethnicity and common name. That decision cost his career, cost employer $4.2 million, cost supervisors their positions, cost Morales' family their sense of security, but also proved something else. When evidence clear and victims have courage to fight, justice actually works. Not perfectly, not completely, but enough to matter. Door broken down at 6:37 a.m. Dr. Elena Morales arrested in front of children. Detained 14 hours despite proof of citizenship. Body camera recorded all of it. Jury awarded $4.2 million. Agents lost jobs. Policies changed. Family that had been shattered by government negligence slowly, painfully began to heal. If this story matters to you, subscribe. These cases need to be told. These patterns exposed. Drop a comment about what justice means to you. The body camera doesn't lie, and that's why Agent Fletcher lost everything.